2, 1. And we are live. What is going on, everybody?
Hey, what's up, super critical people? Hey,
What
Dan
is
Z.
going on? Been a
All
minute.
right.
Shouldn't have left you without a dope live stream to watch too.
Yeah. So, what has it been like a month? How does this all
It's
work?
been it's been a month, man. Life got in the way. You were returning from your trip abroad, the United
This is
States.
this is true.
Yep, you're back in the Chicagoland area, and
This is true.
I got hit up with some work stuff that just made the last live stream not possible. But we got Danish Stallion FPVG all the way from the UK, staying up way past his
FPG?
bedtime, or he's waking up early for work. I don't know which one it is.
What is it, FPPG?
The ever so talented, creative, all around good guy, Jinx FPV.
Jinx. Hey, buddy.
We got F Core in the chat. What's
Hey,
going on,
F-Core.
buddy? Forevermore. And John Solo.
What's up, everybody? So, you know the deal. We've started the super critical live stream. If you guys can hit up your socials, let people know that we started. That would be awesome. Sorry, I'm multitasking here. But while we do that, I think Dan Z is going to run us through some videos. We have a couple more than usual, pilots that we should be on the lookout for. So, Dan Z,
Yeah.
what's up first?
Well, this first one is, I'm sure somebody that everybody's heard of, but I was just thinking about this video again because I was chasing some motorcycle dudes this weekend. And it's a Johnny FPV one take, chasing, Tyler Berriman on the motocross. This one is sick. A-Tech, what's going on, buddy? Doom
A-Tech.
Rider.
Doom Rider in the house.
This one is insane. This is a one-pack chase sequence, and this is like just fantastic all the way through. The flying's amazing. The finish on it, like the color grade, the music, the sound design, amazing. And it's just all around badass, man. So let's enjoy some of this. For those of you joining us, if you are adults, make sure to get your adult bevies. And if you don't drink adult bevies, that's cool too. Get your soda pop or hydrate with water. Do what's good. Do what's good for you. But man, so Saturday we were chasing these dudes that do like the stunt bike riding, you know, like the street bikes that are all modified to do crazy wheelies and
I thought it was dirt
standing
bikes.
on their
Okay.
seats and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And man, every time I do that sort of chase stuff, it gives me so much respect for how talented people like Johnny FPV and Vanover and Jet and all these guys that do chases like this. It's a surreal amount of control. Of like control and confidence in flying. Yeah, Doom, this is a Johnny FPV video, but this one's on Red Bull's YouTube page. He won an Emmy, a television Emmy for this.
Whoa, that's a big deal.
That's a huge deal. Yeah.
That's a huge deal. What was the category?
I think it was like It was cinematography in a short, something like that. Cinematography in a short film or something along those lines. So it's kind of funny that Johnny FPV has an Emmy for cinematography, being a drone pilot. You know, it's like such an interesting kind of way to win it. But man, I mean, he framed up these shots and he made it happen. Danish Stallion. Yay! What's up, baby? Welcome to the chat.
Is there any listing kind of on what like equipment he used for this?
I think this was like his first time using DJI Digital HD, and I believe it's GoPro. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's GoPro.
That's so cool.
Danish Stallion saying what's up to everybody in the chat, including all the lurkers lurking in here. So this one, yeah, this has been like a 4-minute, 30-second something one take, and he's just been on dude the entire time. Jinx is wanting me to play Goldfinger's chase footage from this weekend, but I don't think he's got it up on YouTube, and I can't play Instagram clips on here. Otherwise I would, but we are putting it together a little something using all that footage.
Was that just a casual, like, hey, the riders are gonna be out and you guys should come out too kind of thing?
Yeah, Goldfinger knows one of the dudes, and it was supposed to be a meetup, and there was supposed to be a bunch of guys coming out to ride motos, and it got cold and windy, and so literally like one guy showed up for the most part, and he just tore it up.
Nice.
So there we go. That was some Johnny FPV. All right, I want to play the next one. This is from a man I've featured before, but this video has got me so hyped, and it's not even like crazy technical freestyle, anything like that. It's just really fantastic building dives and capitalizing on the moments. Vulcan X, morning downtown LA building dives. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this. If you haven't seen this, sit back and enjoy, because this video is dope.
Vulcan X also submitted a video today too. So.
Did he submit a video?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Vulcan X is a ripper, dude. I mean, this video just got me hyped. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I saw it when you dropped it in our group chat.
Oh yeah, I love this. Like, oh,
yeah. There's
the box truck. Perch.
Yeah, that was sick, dude.
No, I mean, come on. That's just like being fully in the moment. And this kind of like West Coast hip hop, track. It just fits. It all fits. The vibe is so good. This here, I know I'm gushing about this video, but I loved it so much. Here, the bird you see flying across right there,
yeah.
As he's coming down. It's so dope, man. I wonder how many packs this was. This seems like you gotta like kind of hit it and quit it kind of thing. You don't want to be lurking too long at a spot like this, I would imagine.
It's so empty. The downtown's so empty.
Well, he did it early in the morning. Killer B, FPV, welcome to Super Critical, my friend.
What's up, Killer B? Killer B. Nice.
Boom. And just like when you have a building that tall, you can literally just ride the idle like the whole way down and just pitch yourself in and ride the wall like that.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've dove some buildings. Yeah, that made me itchy.
All right, and one last video before we jump into everyone's streams. Jacuzzi J out of Australia. I think you'll get a kick out of this one, Franco. This dude is really technical, but really dialed in and smooth. And I believe Hyper Smooth is off. I'm not 100% on it, but I believe he flies without Hyper Smooth too. So it's just kind of like an added level of ridiculousness with how smooth the flying is. And if I'm wrong about it, if anybody knows that I'm wrong about it, let me know.
Well, I can see like his 3D mount on the right side, and it's not moving.
Oh yeah, you're right. You get a little bit of the vignetting. Boom. Look at how locked in he is on this trippy spin and being able to throw those rolls in there like that.
Yeah.
And not even break the flow of the trippy spin. Fucking mwah. Mwah. So Franco, since you've been back, has your flying time like cut in half?
It's like less than that. It's snowing. It's. I woke up to snow today.
I know.
So not happy.
I know.
I kind of
extended your trip a little longer.
Yeah, no kidding. Note for next time. Yeah, but I mean like. I was down at 2 rigs, so I wanted to build stuff or rebuild or fix stuff or whatever, just get the fleet back up. So just had a bunch of stuff to do here at home anyways. We still do, but yeah, I'm trying. But yeah, it hasn't been very inspiring to get out. It's been cold and wet.
Yep.
All the things that like
that you got the fuck out for the first place.
Yeah, basically.
You thought you escaped it.
Oh my God.
Man, you're getting that Chicago 4th winter.
Yeah, dude, it was like snow on. It was beautiful, but it was like snow on the trees, which is my favorite way to see snow before it all falls to the ground and becomes gray and shit. But I was like, this is awful.
I am excited because I've ordered some fresh new lipos. All my lipos have just been beat to shit because last year I flew a good amount on them, and so I had packs that were lasting like 60 seconds before they were pretty much done. How's everybody in the chat doing on packs? Have you guys loaded up for the season, or do you usually wait for like the 4th of July sales? CNHL usually does one around the 4th of July, and I think around Labor Day too.
The other thing about, because we went out to fly that one Sunday, and it was pretty nice out. It was windy as shit. Like, that was the other thing, Like, even it was a really fun flying day. It was just fun to be out. But I looked at the footage, and I was like, man, it's like, you unconsciously begin to adjust your flying because of the windy conditions, and there's only so much you can do. Nice.
Jacuzzi J cheesing at the end of this one.
It's funny. I love how there's just like weird giggle. All right. So before we jump into user audience YouTube links and do the scoring, if you've never come to the Super Critical Interactive FPV show, my name is DadBodDadBod, and that's Dan Z. We do this every 2 weeks. So the next one will be in 2 weeks, and you'll get the gist. But basically, we watch your videos, we put out a score form, let the audience give you some critical feedback, all in the hopes that you're able to maybe pick up a tip or two that you could then apply to your next sessions, and maybe become a better freestyle pilot. And all of it is in the name of giving you constructive criticism. It's not about being mean. It's not about saying that you're not good enough. It's just about, hey, the video that you put up, these are things that we see, and these are maybe some things that you might want to look at or improve upon, or or throw away the advice and be like, nope, I'm good.
You know what? No, today I'm going hypercritical. All right,
Yeah,
I am belittling people. I'm gonna give comments so harsh, someone's gonna quit FPV tonight.
We're making people quit FPV today.
I want you to feel bad. No, never. That is not the point, as Franco said. It's all love, man. It's like, trying to bring flying with the homies, to you via digital live stream, and when you have that guy that helps push you to try new things, try different things, or think about things a little differently, that's what it's about, man. It helps you improve as a pilot.
And the other thing that I think, that I've seen as a byproduct of, this getting used to talking about FPV freestyle videos in this way is that when I hang out with other pilots, right, depending upon how, like, if I don't know you, I'm not going to start giving out unwarned, like, I'm not just going to randomly start talking about what you're doing. But for people I'm comfortable with, it's allowed me to kind of start having a dialogue, right? And kind of start talking about, be more comfortable talking with my fellow pilots. So maybe if your FPV homies are also aware of what we're doing here, maybe this kind of conversation and dialogue will help in your real life sessions as well. But we do have a survey. It's in the YouTube link. We always want to improve the show. We've appreciated any of the feedback we've already received, and we've made some adjustments to the show. The biggest one being that any video we watch, we're going to watch a maximum of 2.5 minutes. So I don't know if you want to point at a specific time when you drop the YouTube link in the Discord server. If not, and if it starts with flying, we'll just start it at the beginning. If it's kind of a vlog style, we'll try to fast forward to where the flying is. But we're trying to see more videos and give more critical feedback. So 2.5 minutes is kind of the upper limit of what we'll watch. And as a reminder, perfect scorers, so if you get a 30 or above, and the only above is 31, we send you, as a way of saying, hey, good job, a super critical limited t-shirt that has your logo or your name on the back. The last winner was Vic. And also in the Discord server, we have a tab where I'm trying to get everyone who's won a perfect score to drop their link, because I think it would be really cool over time to see all of the perfect scoring videos, just to get an idea of like what resonated with the audience at the time. And also, if you could drop a picture of yourself in the t-shirt, that would be really cool. So FCAR, I'm looking at you. Doom Rider, I'm looking at you. And whoever else won a shirt. Drop your link. 89 Vic, I'm looking at you.
Want to shout out. Want to shout out in the chat. A little bit late coming in, but Quad Daddy Sex Stank, moderator in the chat, welcome.
What up, Quad Daddy? Quad Daddy and I are gonna go to Kansas City for their first freestyle contest of the season. That's our plan, at least, on April 30th. So keep a lookout. We'll be over there. There'll be plenty of in real life events this year. I'm super excited. Dan Z and I are going to Rotor Riot Rampage. No contest, but just good times. Yep. And then multi-GPIO freestyle contests, 2nd year in a row. That's coming up. We also have APV drone family picnic coming up, as well as the game of FPV on July 9th.
Super critical game of FPV.
That's our game of FPV.
That's our game of
That's
it.
hours.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And then I have something working in the back of my brain for later this year. And then, of course, West Coast Throwdown. I think that completes like all of the ones that I'm aware of at this point. So if you guys are hearing about more contests, please let me know. We want everyone to know where everything's at. So just in case people can travel, they know where to go.
Right. Let's get into it, man. Let's see some pilots.
All right. First up in the randomized list, we got Forevermore.
Forevermore.
If you were one of the pilots who dropped multiple links, I get it. You just kind of, you're like, hey, this is the latest one. I just took the latest one you dropped. So, and then we randomize everything. So, birthday rips, party the pain away. Let's go. So everyone pay attention. This is for scoring.
Forevermore. I believe he might be a Philly local. I think he flies with Bot Grinder a lot. I think he's part of that crew over there.
Man, I really wanna pull up, drinking till I throw up. And tonight I'm having more love. Couple bad bitches rolled up to puff a little glow up. And they giving up the dang things. Puffing, drinking, then we bang bang. Knock it out the frame, man. Caught a couple more dang dangs. Then my homies with the cane. Now we got a strange thing.
Nice.
Y'all do, I don't. What's that tag? Turn down something I won't. I'm a bitch when I'm yearning it. It's so hot up in the spot. I'm thinking
I see it.
Yeah. I deal with the real when I feel. But tonight I'm taking Bulu to the grill. I'll be damned if it ain't a day. I kick it in Kano Bay. When life is heavy, we party the pain away.
I need release from this frantic mind. I've got a cure. I know you've got mine. So go ahead and pour me more wine. We've got all night. We can make it right.
Let's party the pain away. I'll be up in Australia, where the ladies really didgeridoo do it if they smell ya. Aboriginals will tell ya that they rolling hella deep, and if you tripping, it's a failure. When I'm off in California,
Doink.
Molly got me so dehydrated,
Got him.
smell ammonia. I'll be feeling like a donut.
I like this track. I'm vibing on this track.
Seriously.
When the real life's on my case, I won't mind waits to sit on my face. In Missouri, it's on my state. When I'm home, yes, I keep a heaping on my plate. I'm in a dark party with a red light. About to be another ticket to the head night. Whether you're drinking or you're smoking or the mad type, party in the pain away, don't even get your bread right.
I need release from this frantic mind. I've got a cure. I know you've got mine. So go ahead and pour me.
All right.
I like that, consecutive. What are we at here?
That's 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes. All right.
2.5 minutes.
I am going now to drop the link to the score form in the live chat on YouTube.
Thank you very much for submitting that video, Forevermore.
And
Looked like a beautiful day to go out flying. I saw him out in t-shirts.
Yeah, green trees and birthday rips. So happy birthday. Let's watch this one again while you guys go vote. Click on the link and...
Oh, you dropped the YouTube link in the chat. You didn't drop the voting link. Click the YouTube link. Give Forevermore a like, a comment, a sub if you dig what he's doing there. But come back and give Forevermore a vote. Give him your thoughts.
Yeah, that's
we are gonna watch this video again while y'all give Forevermore your thoughts.
15 volts. I'm still good to fly, right?
Perfect. 15 volts. 4S, plenty.
I don't know the number anymore. 755S so long. I'm like,
I just look at cell per cell count.
Per cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I can't do the math anymore.
Yeah.
I
just know 3.6.
Yeah, 3.8. So I think that there's a couple moments in here. I'm wondering if your FPV angle matches your GoPro. Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's some things where I feel like you're seeing something different than I'm seeing in the HD footage.
Right? It's like there's a lot of sky.
Yeah.
I'm noticing everything is always kind of tilted up a little bit more. And I don't know if like he just flies, like here, notice how when he's entering, it's all at the very bottom of the frame.
And there's a backwards movement part where you're definitely I notice it looks like you're still, but then I notice that you're moving backwards because other things come in the frame. So I guess the tip is if I would personally suggest that if those are different, that you try making sure that they're the same. That way you're able to frame up your obstacle and have parity between what the HD cam is capturing and what you're seeing.
We got about 30 more seconds left in the voting here. And you know, I mean, I feel like I get the vibe of this being just like a chill, fun day. This right here, these like consecutive backwards kind of movements, you do like a series of like 3 like big kind of Maddie flips out in the open, or at least I thought it was 3. Like it feels like, yeah, it feels like you're training right now, you know. And I would love to see what feels like you're pushing yourself a little bit more, being a lot closer to the ground, a lot closer to some obstacles, and not as much like sky in the frame. It looks like right here is a perfect example, and I feel as if this was a pretty common thing where your horizon is like literally on the bottom 1/8 of the frame, and then it's like a lot of sky, which doesn't give the viewer that much to particularly look at.
Forevermore does say it was off for sure. I noticed that after the fact and couldn't go back and fix it, but I've upped it since. Wondering which one you've upped. Have you upped your FPV camera angle? You must have. Yes, you must have.
Yeah, it must be the FPV. But yeah, Maddie training. Those Maddies were looking good, man. Those Maddies were looking good. It's
solid.
And it's one thing to do it out in the open. It's another, like, you just got to start hucking yourself at shit to like Maddie, because it took me a while to figure out the mechanics of how the Maddie works. And it was, to me, I felt like it was completely different doing it out in the open versus actually doing it around an obstacle. Having a fixed point of view to go around.
I still think Maddie flips are probably one of the hardest tricks. I mean, I know that they're becoming very prevalent and that people can throw them.
Yeah.
But you know, like, I think a lot of people are like, oh, you know, trippy spins are hard, and I have a feeling that when people get trippy spins, they'll be like, oh no, Maddie flips is harder to learn.
Maddie flips are harder to get good because it's so easy to lose your point of focus of what you're doing the Maddie around. Trippy, the whole thing is about keeping the point of focus. Otherwise, you lose a trippy, you know?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, finish up your votes for
We got 6
Forevermore.
responses.
Hell yeah.
All right. Nice job, everyone. All right. Ready when you are, Dan Z.
I am ready.
All right. Intentionality. Does it look controlled? 3. Speed. How fast are you flying? And doing the maneuvers. 3. Difficulty. How hard are the things that you're doing? How much risk are you taking? 3. Trick variety. Oh, you know what? That's supposed to be variety now. We changed the category. So variety is 4. It's both in tricks and spots and how you're utilizing the spot. Originality, 4. Production, we're going to give that a 4. And then je ne sais quoi point is 50-50, which means a yes.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Great tunes, yes. Beautiful day, good vibes, but we'd love
Yes.
some more technical tricks, composition. Show us Wolfman has nards. And
Wolfman doesn't have nards.
nay, try 15 FPV cam, 20 GoPro, but no higher than 5 degrees. I think you will like it, brother. Keep sending it out. Woo! I think I know who wrote that.
Ooh.
Nice. Good comments. Thank you very much if you voted. Continue to vote. Let's give Forevermore his total 3, 6, 9,
Damn near fine.
13, 17, 21, 22 out of a possible 30.
Nice.
Nice job. Forever.
Solid score. Was that Forevermore's first submission?
No.
No, it's not. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, either way, super solid.
All right.
I
Up
see.
next, Light
Light.
FPV.
So yeah, the Forevermore was saying that his camera was offset. So yeah, definitely gotta make sure that stuff is all
Called it.
lined up.
Called it.
Good stuff, Forevermore.
All right.
I know Light. I know his videos. This backyard spot he's got like the sickest trees in his backyard. Like talk about a dojo.
Freestyle event at Light FPV's house.
Yeah. I'm curious. I don't know if Light is in the chat. I'm curious where this man's lives.
That wasn't there before, was it?
The trampoline.
Yeah.
He should do a video where he sits in the middle of the trampoline and his kids bounce him while he flies a freestyle pack.
He's doing some other movement and he's a lot faster. This
He's
this video.
so flowy, dude.
It's great.
Man, like I
This is a
constantly
lot
I
faster.
know I say this to you
I like
all
it.
the time, but I always see a bunch of pilots that make me realize I ain't shit in the best possible way.
People are getting good, man.
People are getting so good.
Super good. And
Now
it's like the
there are
beginning of
like
the season.
so many good pilots. The standard is like raised high.
Yeah, and it's like good in different ways too. It's like good at moving the drone, like technical ability, but then also like good at putting together a video that's entertaining. Good at color grading. Good at tuning a quad. Like good in a lot of different ways. Like good in using a spot. It's really interesting to watch. It's actually mind-blowing and a little bit daunting. Oh.
Right? Gives you ideas, doesn't it?
I thought he was gonna go for the trippy there. But I
Alright,
think
we
what
are
he did
coming
was
up on
just
that.
as satisfying.
We're coming up on that 2-minute 30-second mark right now. Light FPV always coming through with that heat. That is some sick proxy flying. That spot is nice. Like that would get me interested in flying trees. We don't have like, and I wonder how it is when it all grows in. But in Illinois, like the trees, they don't have open canopies. They all fill up. So it's very rare that you find a good tree to be able to fly through like that. All right. Voting forms are in the chat. Please hop on there. Give Light FPV your thoughts. I have one thought right away. As sick as this video is, I'm getting sick of seeing him fly this spot all the time.
Ah! That's
I've
fair.
had it, Light. I'm tearing you down, bro.
It's like I think there's something to say about that too. Like it's a dope spot. I can
spot.
see improvement. He does some
He's
sick
super
movements.
comfortable with it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think as I think there's something to talk about when you're talking about like developing an audience, and how do you keep that audience like interested in what you're doing. And I think for some people they don't care about an audience, and it's just like, hey, this is like what I'm doing on my quad. But I think that's valuable feedback. You know, being able to see you rock different spots and transition. Because I mean, there is safety in, oh, if I crash really high, like I'm just gonna bust out my ladder. It's my backyard. No one's gonna, you know.
And like, yeah, and we know because in the Fly High contest, he submitted a video from here, and he was literally like, that is in his backyard.
I think it was the second one. I mean, I think this is the third video we've seen from here.
And yeah, they've all been from this spot. Like I said, the flying's really dope.
Yeah.
But I want to see you outside of that comfort zone of flying just your set of trees here.
Yeah, I think that would just, I agree with you. I think that's like kind of the biggest piece of feedback. I'm gonna jump on the Dan Z wagon here, because really interesting movement, pretty day, interesting place, like visually, but too familiar at this point.
He knows this spot like the back of his hand, bro. And it's obvious and it shows in the best way. But you know, the people want to see you spread your wings.
He does. You saw that pirouette that he does off of the kind of like the sideways orbit. I remember on the last video we watched, he did like that sideways orbit that I have not made time to like mess around with. But I really like that like kind of pirouette he does out of it as well. That's an interesting movement. All right, cool.
Bad Luck FPV saying that he would be in that fucking creek every other pack. I bet you, I'm willing to bet that Light has ended up in there plenty of times.
I think that was some of the feedback we gave too, is how do you use more of even this spot, right? Like low flying over the creek and under some of those walkways. So maybe just opening up a little bit more.
Yeah, flying low above the creek. When the leaves do grow in. Yeah, I was just about to say, when the leaves do grow in, go above the trees, dive some gaps inside those tree canopies.
Yeah, a lot of technical moves in there. So maybe if you can't, because some people just can't get out, right, for a variety of different reasons. And if this is your spot, I think that would be the challenge to kind of get to the next level, is how can you leverage a spot in a different way than what we've seen you already do, above the trees, the creek, and I think getting wider out there. All right, 5 responses. I'm ready to go.
Quad Daddy was speaking of not being able to get out. Quad Daddy just spilled the beans. Light FPV's under house arrest.
Yep.
He's under house arrest. He can't go.
That anklet.
Anklet.
The anklet.
Damn
right.
the man. Get out there and fly.
Right. Anything for FPV. All right. Ready when you are?
I'm ready.
Intentionality 5.
Yep.
Speed 4.5.
Yep.
Difficulty 4. Variety 3. Originality 4. Production 3.5. Je ne sais quoi? Yes.
Yes.
Killer flying as always. I want to see you tear it up at a new location. Those rewinds were clean, bro. Agreed. Love the trees, but I want to see some above the canopy that maybe dive back in. Love the comment. Show the trampoline some love. Lil, all jokes. Awesome rip, bro. Keep up the good work. Love that you flow. Never the same. Great style, great flow. Love the slow to fast flow. Would like to see something more than flips and spins, and I agree with Dan Z. A new spot would be nice. All right.
Yep.
Some more votes came in, but I'm ready to give a total.
Let's get the tally. Let's get that
5,
tally.
10, 14, 18, 22, 25, 26. Out of a possible 30. Nice job. Nice job.
That was tasty. Very nice.
Lots to talk about there. All right, up next we have Smudge.
Smudge. That is not a name I recognize. Is that someone that we've had on before?
I don't think so. Smudge FPV. And if you were part of the Fly High and you were part of like the 1 million videos that we watched and we don't remember, you must forgive us.
All right. I'm gonna have to agree with Jason here. The flying was sick. Before we play Smudge, I gotta give Light a little bit of that. But you gotta fly a new spot, bro. Fire, but you gotta fly a new spot.
Yeah.
All right,
you're
Smudge
decreasing your
FPV,
ability to
everybody.
get fire. All right, Smudge FPV Sunday freestyle day. Over the water. Nice.
Is this an
What a crazy
abandoned
place.
amusement park?
Yeah, it looks like a promenade or something.
Are we gonna come across the Six Flags grandpa dancing here somewhere?
Oh, that'd be so gross.
Has he dove into any of the things yet? Okay. I think maybe once he has.
I'm looking for it. Woo!
He had to rethink things halfway through that one.
Like he hucked that Cobra loop and was like, oh, where am I?
Oh!
Oh! So satisfying. I love it. I think that's a real response, and I'm gonna talk about that on the watch through. But the response that Dan and I just gave is a real response to like hitting something that we've been looking at.
Yeah. I mean, this spot is 98% dive gaps.
Yeah. Oh, how much time do we got? Okay.
We're at the 2-minute mark, so we got 30 more seconds.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is interesting.
Oh,
Oh!
risking it. Get back under there. Get back under there. Ah, Smudge.
But the
Smudge,
little
bro.
gaps, the little gaps are
I
the next
love
level.
it. Look, he sees it. He sees it. He's
Yeah,
aware.
I like it.
You got to know he's aware of these things.
Yeah, that's something worth discussing. All right.
There are a couple.
All right,
There are a
Dave.
couple things. There are a couple things I can see here that I'd like to point out. Great stuff, Smudge. Thank you for submitting. Let's get that score sheet.
Give me 1 second. I want to just fix the variety category. How varied is everything? That way, people know what they're voting on.
Quad Daddy saying, if you
Nice
do vote, you will
variety.
be entered into the drawing for $20 USD from a Nigerian prince.
Awesome.
We are being sponsored by Nigerian royalty for the Supercritical live stream.
Yeah, see, there you go. This is true. We don't lie about that. All right. Here is the form for Smudge FPV. You guys go vote. Dan and I will now discuss.
Let's do it. Let's start it over. Let's take a look at Smudge's video from the beginning.
Sunday with my boy. Interesting. So, I think that I get it. Not everyone can do every trick, and
Right.
this is ever evolving, constantly progressing thing that we all do, and we're not. I'm not calling out that you're not doing a lot of the dives into the wireframe of the canopy, because one, I get it, it's gnarly. right? There's lots of metal and poles and stuff to break your quad. But as an audience member, like there it is. Okay, so there was one.
There was one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the audience, I can't help but want to see you do that, and like kind of not do the twisty in, but just like full commit loop. And you might have a million reasons as to why you don't want to do that, and I'm totally okay with all that. I'm just giving you, like, me as your audience, I would love to see
More of that.
Yeah. I can't help myself. I want what I want.
You know, and not only like those dives, but then like all the little trusses or whatever. Like I'm sure you can hit those gaps in between those, like on the arch. That I don't think I saw you hit on this. You know, it's just like different obstacles that you can be hitting a little differently. Oh, he just barely missed like a cable or something.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that I saw, and I guess it might have been like an off thing, but sometimes like when you're power looping some of these walkways, it's like it feels like you're just kind of hucking it behind you, and then you end up being kind of off axis from where you came out from. I don't know if it didn't feel particularly intentional in the ones I saw. So it just seems like your power loops in general, just keep practicing them and keep getting them tighter and controlled. You're well on your way to doing it.
The way that I would coach to get that like really intentional look is, and it requires a lot of discipline to do this, and it's not like, I don't know, some people it's not fun to do it that way, but be specific. Like pick a place to enter a trick and exit a trick. If you're trying to get your power loops really dialed looking, like pick a very specific place where you're going to enter the loop and exit the loop. And like just even working that and being like, no, I want to get the trick where I intend to get it will start to drive all of the like control that I think is very noticeable in some of like the more experienced freestyle pilots that everyone's like, holy shit, you know, like this guy's killing it, because there's a certain look to when you're hitting something with a lot of intentionality. So that would be something that I would say you maybe should think of.
Yeah. But nice stuff, Smudge. Thank you for submitting.
Thanks for submitting.
Take a look at some scores, huh?
All right, let's do it. Smudge FPV, intentionality 3.5, speed 3, difficulty 3, variety 3, originality, across the board, we'll give that one a 3. Production 3, Janessa Quad, that gets a yes. Good speed, get tighter and closer. Practice and clean up your loops, nice flying. It was chaotic and I loved it. Gotta finish your power loops, and not a single gap was dove. Face palm, but
he got some gaps in there, but I will say some of those gaps, the way he went through made it seem like was it intentional? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was intentional. But yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's the tally? What do we got for Smudge?
All right, 3.5, 6.5, 9.5, 12.5, 15.5, 18.5, 19.5.
19.5.
Not bad.
Well done, Smudge. Thank you for submitting.
All right. Up next, we have T-Sun FPV with Flying Source 1. Ooh, my favorite. That's my frame of choice.
He's on that old V3.
Oh, yes. No, I'm kidding. Good rig. I think I flew a V3 for like 12 months, I think.
The Source one has to be the most popular PV frame on the market, right?
I think
next
so.
to the Apex.
I
I
think
bet
so.
you
It's
the Source
good
one
budget.
sells more because of its price.
Yeah, basically. I agree.
Pixel Pusher, I believe we are all the slots are filled up for tonight. But if you want to get a video in on the next stream, you can. I believe after the stream is over, we clean out the channel and allow for new submissions.
That is correct. So after the live stream, I always put a post in the Discord server and say, hey, any of the links underneath this post will be thrown into the randomizer for the next live stream. So kind of a reset to 0.
Ooh, Blaze FPV, I would have to go with the Glide. I'm a Glide man myself.
All this talk of relevant things. I'm so excited about some of the things that Dan Z and I are planning. It's going to be a great year for FPV and pushing freestyle this year. And for the channel, too. I'm super excited about what we're doing. I just can't wait to tell everyone. This has been one take, or one, like, no
I believe
edit.
this has been a one take so far, yeah.
Challenging.
We're coming up. 15 seconds left.
Challenging for a variety of reasons. I will withhold my comment until the replay.
All right. Nice stuff. Who was this again?
T-Son.
T-Son. T-S-O-N?
T-S-O-N. T-Son.
T-Son.
Someone
Nice
RV?
submission, T-Son.
Someone flying from an RV? Is that what's going on over here? Tell us more, T-Son.
I don't think so. I think I saw him
Mm-hmm.
flying out of an SUV over there.
All
Seconds
right.
back.
All right. T-Son's form is up. You guys go vote. We watch this again. Cheat codes entered. Oh.
Cheat codes entered. Make sure to get your votes in.
Okay, so I made a comment that one packs are challenging for a variety of reasons. I think the first reason that they're challenging is, one, it's hard to cut. It's hard to fly a really good one pack.
Yes.
And when I say good, I mean regardless of what skill level you are, it's really hard to fly for 2.5 to 3 minutes straight and feel, when you review the footage, that you're like, I flew at 80% to not 80 to 100% of my ability, because we're so used to seeing edits where you're just showing like the best shit. And that's why I think one packs are hard, because regardless of how good you are, you're always going to look at your footage and be like, I could have done that section better, and I could have done that section better. That's one way. The other way that they're hard is, like, how do you make watching 2.5 minutes of like a single line in a single place interesting for the audience? And I think that we're so used to seeing edits, like, that's why it's also super hard to keep the attention. So I am a big fan of the edit for these longer, longer format things, like 2.5 minutes, like, because it's so hard to do one pack that is just mind-blowing, you know.
Yeah, and I'll say, like, I feel like partially what we're seeing here is a very calculated and a bit slower moving one pack, because we can see here that he's got a lot of moves. He's got a variety of tricks that he's doing here, and he's being deliberate and smooth on the sticks. What I would love to see is for all of that to be happening, but twice as fast. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're watching someone learn Tai Chi and like going through the movements very kind of slowly. You know what I mean?
And I think that's super good. I feel the same way. And I like, no one expects you to be able to do that off the bat, right? And I
Totally.
think if you distill the comment, it's the faster you fly, like the more impressive it all feels.
100%. Yeah,
So, just work your speed up.
Yeah,
And
and
I
I'm
think-
not, and I'm not saying it as a knock. Like I see a lot of good in what's happening there.
Oh yeah.
I just see where you can push yourself to like really step it up, and just keep doing what you're doing, and it'll keep getting faster.
I'll be honest though, on that note, right? I I think you have to be conscious to push yourself to like fly faster, because especially as you get more
Yeah.
technical, because I know from my own personal experience, as I got more technical, I started flying really, really slow. And I still get into that habit a lot when I'm
Yeah.
like unsure and I'm trying to like work on new moves or trying to work on a line. And I think that's something that you kind of keep in your head, that I think the audience for these kinds of videos is impressed with speed. And it's more like all the movement looks a lot more impressive with speed. So especially as you like develop as a pilot, don't forget that layering in speed to almost a point where you're not comfortable does pay off, like in like the wow factor or something. So
Yeah.
avoid my mistake. I think I flew for a year like super slow, and that was not good for me. Anyways, I have responses.
Let's take a look at the scores.
Intentionality 3, speed 3, difficulty 2.5, variety 3, originality 3, production 3. Genetic one, not this time. Put that foot on the skinny and send it, bro. And the slow flow was nice, and the music matched that. Work on rolls and keeping a point center. Yes.
Yeah.
The
These
good old
are
on-axis roll.
these are great comments, and like we were saying, T-Son, great flying. Thank you for submitting. Most important thing is that you went out there and you had a good ass time flying, and we loved what we saw, and we just hope you keep on pushing it, man.
All right. Total score for T-Son. His first total score, right? 3,
Yep.
6, 7, 8, 11, 14, 17 out of a possible
Nice.
30. Not bad. All right.
Well done. Thank you,
Average
T-Son.
FPV is up next.
Average FPV.
Yes, sir.
Is he the guy that has the little spaceman in his thumbnails?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Okay. Yeah. He flew that 3-inch in the parking garage.
Yes, he did.
The super tight parking garage. Yep. I think is he a Frenchie? I can't remember. I feel like he's not from the U.S. I don't believe.
I love how I don't know that off the bat. That that could even be a possibility.
Oh, we're at the parking garage again. I need to check out this game of Whoop, the international game of Whoop, because I keep seeing like Whoop freestyle flights from there, and dudes are killing it.
Yes, they are. They're killing it so bad that I started to wonder what kind of whoops they had, even though they were analog.
Oh, I know.
That was trippy. That was crazy.
That's cool. Just that,
That was really
the
cool.
nighttime camera, like trippy colors.
Oh, I thought you were going for the Maddie. Oh.
Nice. Was that a
Nice.
short one?
I don't know. Was it?
That felt like a short and sweet ditty.
Let's load it up again just to see.
Here we go. I got it. Oh, you
Okay.
got it? Yeah, that was a minute 45.
All right, we'll watch
Let's
the
take a
front end
look.
again.
Let's get everybody in the chat. Oh, Brick Wall FPV. What's up, baby?
What's up, Big Wall? Should I put the form in the chat?
Yeah, let's put the form in the chat. Everybody that was able to catch it, please give Average FPV your thoughts.
Is there like a smudge on the glass or something, like on the lens, that's causing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got dirty ass lens. Getting all that glare.
Yeah, clean your lens. I
This
do
is
like.
interesting one. I'm like not sure how to score this exactly.
I like all the variety of the spots.
Yeah.
I think you have a great eye for spots, and I think that is a big part of FPV freestyle, is like finding spots. Some people are good at it, and some people are not. My one kind of critical piece of feedback is there's a lot of like movements that don't feel as though you complete them. I can point out like specific moments. Like right there, you know, like that last, like you were going for the Maddie again, and like I just need to complete the Maddie.
Need to finish.
Gotta finish.
Gotta finish. Yeah, no, that's a really interesting one. And it's got me kind of stumped because I'm not sure exactly on how to give feedback on it. Because it's also like there's a lot of stuff that like flight characteristic stuff that's inherent to whoops. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
what's one
when
thing
he's
you like?
doing some of the Maddies and stuff like that, like the way the quad catches. You know, it's hard to say, like, you know, try to work on cleaning these things up or whatever, and it's like there's only so much a whoop can do.
It's definitely a fun watch though, like because I'm finally this is the third time we're watching it, and I'm like, I love this shot. I just do. It looks cool. It looks really cool.
Lens flare with the
Just,
like crazy colors.
It's nuts. So
Nice.
kudos. And he's a team pilot now.
Good flying too.
Yeah. So congratulations on that.
All right, let's we've given this man a good amount of views here. Let's tally up the score. What do the people have to say?
All right. Intentionality 4, speed 4, difficulty 4, variety 4, originality 5, production
Nice.
5, Genesis Quad, yes. Whoops, baby. Love Whoop freestyle. Can't help that they're tiny and the video be low res though. All right.
I mean, that is what it is.
It is what it is. And that's the challenge for me. Anyways, also flight characteristics, kind of just how the quad gets thrown. But anyways, total score 4, 8, 12, 16, 21, 26, 27. 27. With the Genesis Quad.
Nicely done.
Nicely done, sir. Very good.
Going out there, killing it with the whoop.
And congrats on being a team pilot. That's sweet.
International Game of Whoop team pilot, yeah.
You know what that means,
I'm
but-
starting to question if we've ever seen him fly a 5-inch. I feel like his fly high entry was a 5-inch. But yeah, anyway. Oh, we got Quad Daddy Sex Stank up in here.
Bean bashing with the Milwaukee crew.
And look at that logo in the bottom left-hand corner, that 3D render. Quad Daddy had been messing with Blender.
Is it playing for you? It's not playing for me.
It's playing for me.
Alright, I gotta.
You're not seeing it?
No, I gotta.
Alright, let's see. Let me pause it, restart it. Oh, he's gone. He's gone, folks. Let's give Franco a chance to get back in here.
All right, I'm back. All right,
Back.
I just hit
Let's see.
play.
I'm gonna play.
Oh yeah, look at that logo.
There we go.
Look at that thing. Thing is just spinning.
He's been doing some stuff with that Blender, man. I'm actually.
Why can't I not? I can't stop looking at it. Might be distracted. This place is a quad killer.
I like the prop track. I think he's got such an interesting like rapping style
Get in there.
and cadence. I think he's really interesting. I think he's really interesting. It's funny because he's from that like Minneapolis crew where it's a lot of that like, you know, conscious rap that comes out of Minneapolis, you know, and he definitely straddles that line. I mean, I wouldn't call him conscious rap, but I also wouldn't call him like necessarily mindless rap either.
Wait, what label is he on? Is like the Atmosphere label, like Slug and all them?
I'm not sure what label he's on. He might be on Rhymesayers.
Yeah.
Damn, we got all distracted by the 3D logo and the banging track. This has been an enjoyable video. The location's sick. That sun is like in a nice spot. Look at that Maddie. I'm also seeing all the reflections of water in the ground too.
Wet day. Yes. That happened earlier. But
Where are we at? We're at the 2 minutes 20-second mark. Hey. All right. Quad Daddy Sex Stank hitting us with that heat. This spot was dope.
All right. Here
Let's
comes the form. You guys go vote. Or you people.
Go ahead. Give Quad Daddy your thoughts.
I'm gonna leave the rewind to you, Dan. I feel like we're multi-pushing, so I'm gonna leave the.
I will
leave
rewind.
that to you. Yeah.
I will take care of that.
Some good people in that thumbnail. Waldo was there. Fuse was there.
Waldo is a good dude. Is
Um,
Waldo in the chat? Was he in the chat earlier?
I'm not sure. This is a ooh.
Little too much throttle. Little too much throttle there.
This is a very challenging spot to fly. One, it breaks quads, and two, the shape of it is weird, and like figuring out ways to like create lines without like dodging in and out of the same spot is really challenging. And I would say that would be my one like kind of constructive criticism for you, Quad Daddy, is like you gotta figure out ways to leverage more of like this spot. And I know this one's challenging, but how do you keep from just like kind of going back and forth across like this one section, right? That would be my one thing. Ooh, he hit though.
Waldo, what's up? He just got here.
What up, Waldo?
Just talking about how we were looking at you in the thumbnail.
Waldo's the mayor of
Saying,
FTV.
look at dude.
Oh man, this place is so hard on quads. Oh, I didn't catch that the last time.
He just snuck through there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've never flown this spot. I would like to.
We should definitely go. Milwaukee's a good time.
I do like Milwaukee.
I kind of don't want. We always start here, and I'm kind of thinking we should not start here because this place like just destroys quad. We should end here. Like go to another spot. There's this other spot that's really great.
I love that loop, man. Staying
Yeah.
so close.
It's awesome. There was, like I said, there was one other moment earlier in the video where he doesn't get through, and I'm like, oh, you gotta get through and be able to see it. Is awesome. All right.
Yeah, one more second. All right.
All right.
Didn't want to shortchange the man.
Quad dead, eh? All right. So, ready when you are.
All right, let's take a look.
Okay. Intentionality 4. Speed 3. Difficulty 3.5. Variety 3. Originality 3. Production 4. Genesis Quad, yes. Nay, fire. Saw some risky stuff in there. More flow and more of that. So, total score 4, 7, 10.5, 13.5, 16.5, 20.5, 21.5.
21 and a half.
Quad
Nice.
Daddy's gonna ride with me to Kansas City. My first comp of the season. So excited for
Good
that,
shit,
Quad Daddy.
Quad Daddy.
All right.
I feel like we've seen a lot of improvement out of Quad Daddy, over this past year, and I'm very excited to see him continue to push himself. Just like how I see him push himself in 3D design over here. It's so cool.
Very cool. Okay.
Billy U from Mo Billy Gates, we did post the forum in the chat. You gotta scroll up, bruh.
All right,
Gotta
here we go.
scroll up. Who's up next?
We have F4.
F4.
Rusty Fingers. 3 weeks, no freestyle.
This is that DJI action cam.
No strain, got the highest hand, no strain. Got a 10, got a jack, queen, king, and ace. That's a royal flush. If you ain't know what that mean, man, what that mean? Rally around me, man, then I king. All that mean is King Jesus gave us everything on that tree. Gave us everything when he died. Gave us the winning hand when he rose. 2 Peter 1:3. All things, Lord knows. All or nothing. See, I ain't bluffing and I ain't flexing. I'm turning up. They pulverized, they brutalized, they
F4 makes me wish that I spent more time flying open fields like he did.
Ooh. Oh. What was that? That was 45 seconds. Gonna have to look at that again. It was one of like those TikToks. It's never too late, Dan. The open fields are calling your name.
I have a thing. If it's not made out of concrete, steel, and brick, I'm like, I don't want to fly it. But no, I really should. Man, the field of view is so interesting on that action camera.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
It makes it seem even more like a computer sim, you know?
Why is that though? Can you put into words what I'm feeling?
So you're seeing more, like, I don't know what the numbers are, like if the GoPro has like 160 degrees field of view, the DJI Action Cam has like 100 180, so you get an even wider frame.
So it's like it's fish. Is it fish?
Fisheye, but they do some lens correction type stuff, and
It's so interesting.
so it's not like overly fisheye. There's still some of that, but yeah.
Give me
155 degree field of view on the DJI Action Cam, and so I'm gonna guess that GoPro is probably like 135 or 140, something like that. It's just it's a very interesting look, the DJI Action Cam.
Give me 1 second. I'm preparing the score form.
Prepare the forms. Good shit, F-Core.
Yeah, it was
Thank
fun
you
and
for
watching.
submitting. Always enjoy watching an F-Core edit.
F-Core has won a lot of things. A lot of perfects. He's won a lot of
Games
contests.
of MPV, a lot of Bando Invitationals.
Yeah, he's won a lot. Very winningy pilot. All right, forms out there. We'll do our best to talk about his video.
Okay, I'm gonna press play on old Rusty Things.
My poker face. Got on my poker face. Man, I'm so far gone like Pluto. Like a running back through that.
All right,
I'm
just gonna say it. You can't change the fact that it was a gray day, and it's like the spot is what it is. It's not a bad spot. It's just not the most visually interesting spot. There are two passes. We just saw one of the passes that I thought was really cool. Super low, very controlled, very low, and fast. That little TikTok I really like.
And then do we remind people to please vote for F-Core?
Oh yeah, you guys go vote. You guys should not be
Give
listening.
F-Core your thoughts. The link to the scoring sheet is in the chat. This is F-Core's dojo right here.
Oh, is it?
This is
New.
his dojo.
This is a new dojo. You changed dojos.
Who is this rapping? I feel like it's one of the D12 members. This is like Kaniva or something.
Okay, I came up with some things for F-Core to think about. Play with the speed within the tricks themselves. I think that's why
fast snappies, right?
and I think that's why I like that TikTok, because it looks different. Like I feel a speed change within the trick itself, and it's not like a flick roll or or like a fast inverted. It like change, and I think that's something that helps break up like the intensity is like changing the speed of a movement, and that's like super advanced shit, right? Like I wouldn't give that comment to anybody, right? But obviously,
yeah.
That's something that maybe you want to explore. All right.
I wish there was more concrete. I wish there was more gappy gaps. Because I know F-Core can hit that shit.
I wish it was golden hour. I wish there was.
The man didn't have time to go out.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
And fly, some more dangerous spots. So he decided to crush the spots he could fly.
We appreciate it. All right, ready when you are.
Yep.
Intentionality 5, speed 5, difficulty 4. Variety 4, originality 4, production 4, je ne sais quoi, yes. You lost a point off production for me because I don't like the picture quality of the action.
2.
Squinty,
Someone's trolling him. Someone's trolling him there. Someone's trolling him. I could see that being a very like subjective thing. I kind of like it. I wish that there are a couple things about the Action 2 camera that don't necessarily work for me. so I don't think I'll get it. But one of the things that I like a lot about it is that particular field of view.
Okay, because we also got notes to like maybe just slow down a little bit, right? Kind of been charging through these for an hour. On that cam, okay, so you like the field of view. What's another thing you like? And then what are two things that don't appeal to you on that particular cam?
Well, you have to keep in mind that I haven't actually used the camera. F-Core has used it, and one of the things is that the battery life is pretty short, and that it's got a fixed, it's got its own internal storage. You can't put your own micro SD card in it, and so when you fill it up, you then have to offload the footage before you can record more, and so then that's just kind of more downtime, like with my GoPros, I have SD cards I can swap out quickly, and I have batteries I can swap out quickly, and so that will never keep me down or waiting. You know what I mean? Those are the things, and I think more so it's the storage thing that's got me. F-Core, I wonder how long do you record at 4K, and how much footage can you record at 4K? I'm wondering if you could answer that question. Also, F-Core also said in the chat that he normally crops in, so he normally blows the image up about 10% so that it's not as wide, which I think is kind of funny.
I think my two questions would be, can you transfer files to like wirelessly to a mobile device? And two, is the stabilization, is that something that you have to commit to prior to the flight, or is that something that DJI allows you to apply after the flight? Because a lot of the same challenges you have with this cam, Dan Z, are the same kind of challenges that are found in the Insta360 Go 2 with fixed internal recording and shortened battery life. I kind of solved that problem with money by buying 3 of them that I just rotate, but the transfer has to happen, and it goes to my iPhone. I never make it through all 3 cams in a session, but very rare. But I would wonder about that. But I don't know. Doom Rider loves it, I think. Doom Rider was the first guy to have it and to fly with it, and I know more people have adopted it. So kind of curious about it.
You know what I can say about F-Core and Supercritical? We have 100% helped him become a better pilot. You want to know how I know?
No,
because there's no fucking dingleberries
hanging
in the frame. No blue dingles sticking in on the sides of the frames, fucking shit up.
The quality's gone up because of us.
Quality has gone up.
We need to give him a total score.
Let's give him a total score.
5, 10, 14, 18, 22, 26, 27.
27. Your mic is coming in a little quieter than it was before.
Okay, let me fix that as we get to the next video.
Good shit, F-Core.
Nice job, F-Core.
As always.
Looking forward to flying with you soon, bud.
Yeah. I believe his birthday is coming up pretty soon.
Sweet. We should rip.
Maybe we can convince him to go fly somewhere.
He's working hard for his money, so.
Fly somewhere awesome. He's trying to buy a house, man. He's trying to buy a house in a seller's market. He's got to put them overtime hours in.
All right. This one is Big Water UAV Solutions. Cinematic.
Big Water UAV Solutions.
All right. That should be. I'm gonna fix my audio.
Who I like? spaceship name you're built in there. Is that like a... Does it have a giant fan? That little boat? Does that have a giant fan on the back of it?
Like a fan boat?
Yeah.
Looks like
Right.
it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I've never seen one on ice. I grew up around
Yeah, I've
those because I
never
grew up
seen
in
that before
Florida. They come in the swamps and stuff, but not over the ice. That's new.
Turn the volume up on this. The mix is kind of low.
Is that like an ice breaking boat? Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's an icebreaking boat. Okay, we're coming up on that 2.5 minute mark. There we go. 2.5 minutes. What was this? Who was this again? Water.
Big Water UAV Solutions.
Big Water UAV Solutions. Thank you for the submission, bruh.
Okay, forum for Big Water UAV Solutions is out there. Obviously, this isn't your traditional FPV proximity video. We
Right.
watch anything except for sim videos at this point. You're gonna do the replay. So I don't know, like the scoring forum doesn't. I don't think it works super well.
I mean, yeah. You can kind of adapt it. I think one of the things that I'm noticing here is that the subject is this boat, right? Like the thing is called FPV. FPV Cinema Breaking the Ice. He introduces the boat, and we never get very close
Yeah.
to the boat.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? I want to get close, and it's a lot of like very swoopy, wide shots from a distance. And I would love one to get closer, two to try to change, with that change your shot scale. Like you can even do that with wider type stuff by like kind of getting even lower to the ice, like super low to the ice. And also kind of, this might be a little difficult because it's so open, but I noticed you keep flying over the pier, and I wonder if there were some opportunities there for you to try to do some reveals, right? Like flying through or under or around something, like if there's a boathouse or whatever, can you fly up and over the boathouse to reveal the boat off in the distance? Flying underneath the crane there, the big scoop daddy.
You know what I think it is
Your mic is pretty low still.
is it still low?
It's still low. I wonder if your mic got switched to something different.
Mic's still low. Mic's still low. Better.
Sounds about
No?
maybe a little bit better.
Interesting.
Still pretty muffled though.
How's this? Better?
We are at that 2 minute 30-second mark. I'm going to pause it so that you're not competing with the music. What were you going to say, Franco?
I think that the challenge is that with cinematic, right? Like, I think it helps to have some kind of narrative. And obviously, I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about characters or whatever, but in a way, kind of telling a story about, like, there's a couple items here that are noticeable. You got the ice cutter itself, you got that fan boat, you have the dock, and there's people. And I think that we were seeing like these things at like there was an edit where we saw things out of sequence. Like I saw the fan boat leave the shot, and then like later on it was back in position. And for me, just like I'm always trying to like kind of understand, hey, like what am I seeing here, and what's the perspective, and what am I supposed to be looking at?
Yeah.
And I agree with the comment of, this thing's cutting the ice and there's like a trail behind it. And I think that's kind of like, well, what am I trying to show? Right? And what are the most interesting parts that the audience would want to see most of? That, and the closer you are to things, the better. same comment for everyone.
Right, right.
Kiss everything. But
all right, let's see what is the scoring sheet got to say for Big Water UAV Solutions.
This is a divisive video. We have scores across the board. Jeez, we'll call that one 3.5. Speed 1, difficulty 3, variety 1.5, originality 3, production 2, je ne sais quoi, yes, great cinema and fantastic location. Get lower, go faster.
Yeah, that's the going faster is also a great comment. And Big Water, you just joined us in the stream. Thank you for joining us. And
yeah, thanks for
we generally do freestyle FPV videos, so our scoring sheet isn't necessarily geared for cine stuff all that much. But we're still trying to do what we can. And I think one of those last comments there, about going faster is because everything was so wide, everything felt like it was moving at the same speed. And I think in the future, what you want to do is try to vary things up, and you want to have a variety of pacings and shot scales and things like that in order to make your edits even more interesting. So definitely thank you for submitting that video, and I hope to see more from you, man. That was cool. That was really cool. I was set up for the like boat nerd vibes, you know what I mean? Like I liked that we were being introduced to the character and the size of the boat and year built and whatever. I just thought it was cool. And I was, I don't know what sort of challenges you were facing there with being able to get up close to that boat. But I really wish you could have gotten up on that boat and show us more of it.
I think that's the interesting kind of feedback we give, right? Like, because I think when we put up a video anywhere, Instagram, YouTube, like we as pilots, when you show like your small group or your circle of FPV friends, you have the luxury of giving context to them. You're like, hey, I just did this video, check it out, and then you can chat and give context, right? But what you're like, I think what people see here on this live stream is all we get to see is the video, and all the feedback we can give is just based upon the video. We don't even look at the description. So it's kind of, and like I think that's like the purest feedback that people can get and to get a better understanding of how their stuff is coming across. So I find that interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more stuff from you, Big Water UAV Solutions, because it looks like you have access to things that I don't have access
Could be
to.
kind of cool. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know? All right, up next, we have Cost Less Zero.
Big Water FPV was worried about video interference from the Coast Guard boat or being shot down. Or being shot down. I tell you what, if one of those Coast Guard, what do you call a Coast Guard? They're not a Marine. I don't know. Coast Guard,
Coast Guardy?
Guardian. If a Coast Guardian could shoot your drone down out of the sky, then they belong in like a sniper unit somewhere or something.
Or just shotgun blasting the air.
Yeah, I had the sense that flying close to that boat, Big Water, is might be sensitive territory, but you should, if you have access or know somebody, you should reach out and see if like, hey, can I get close? Can I talk to these guys? Will they allow me to film it a little bit? I think that'd be really cool. I think there would be a lot of people, like even outside of the FPV world, that would totally like, flip out over seeing some dope ass shots of that thing.
Well, there was that one cinematic video that we watched during the Fly High. Remember that?
Yeah, the one of the boat wreck.
Oh my gosh. That had
one
a
was
million
insane.
something views. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was beautiful. So
All right,
yeah.
all right. We gotta move off the boats. Thank you again, Big Water. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the submission. But let's show somebody else some love.
All right. Up next, we have Cost Less Zero. Forevermore says they just shoot with radio interference now. They just do blasts. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now they shoot with radio interference, huh? Interesting.
I fight Nazgul, evoke Dead Cat Bender.
Man, something interesting is happening. I feel like everything has gotten quieter on my end. Everybody that's watching in the stream, are you guys able to hear us okay?
Yeah. How does my mic sound? How does Dan Z's mic sound? How does the audio sound?
Because now all of a sudden I feel like everything is...
You sound okay to me. I can hear you okay, dude.
You're good. You're good. We're good. I'm a big old dum-dum, and I didn't realize that little volume wheel on this thing rubbed against the desk and got quieter. Good Lord.
The lights are getting so
And
dim.
I could have not said anything on the live stream. Instead, I chose to expose my idiocy to the world.
Oh, that's why you're lovable. What are you doing? Just costless right now.
We're getting thumbs up, and it is good. This right here is the shortcomings of the GoPro right now. The low light capabilities of the GoPro are like the thing that make it suck. That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, what is that? That's crazy.
That, I'm guessing that's like a Mavic or something, but that is just... That's a really pretty shot. Was that another short boy? I'm gonna play it again.
Yeah. Should I drop the look?
A minute 46.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the form.
Drop the form in the chat. Everyone, please get in there and vote. I can't tell. Is this DJI video or is this DVR? I feel like it could be DVR.
Why is it a square? Or squarish?
Well, he's got... I mean, maybe he just chose to do 4x3 for creative reasons.
Yeah, no, but I mean, look at the framing of the interface itself.
Well, I think it might be because this is DVR and he's doing DJI the 4x3. I think that's why. So he doesn't do 16:9, he does 4x3 in the goggles. Yeah, that's exactly what that. Yep, I believe that's what it is because he just had that overlay I like how he used that kind of creative cut to highlight his dive a bit there. And then that's a really pretty shot. Like, this is 16 by 9 in a 4 by 3 frame, so you got that letterboxing on the top and bottom. So
We could play this one a little bit longer, right? Because we're doing.
it's only a minute 45.
Yeah, let's give that one just a little
so
bit more of a play.
Everybody, give your votes in for what was it again?
Costless 0.
Costless 0. All right, let's
Costless
watch
0.
that. Let's watch a little bit more of that one. Let people finish up getting their votes in.
Maybe it's just 0. I don't know. Maybe.
I like this track.
I would say that the one piece of constructive criticism is if you're going to do a fly through, which is everyone loves a good fly through, like pick a route and try to get that route as smooth, like from an altitude perspective, and the lower to the ground the better, and around, like, do the tour, right? Like, figure out a route to follow to show us the bando.
Mm-hmm.
Like that intentionality, like some of the most interesting shots I've seen are simply that, like going through the abandoned space with intentionality. Like this kind of starts to hint at it. If you drop down like 2 feet and maintain speed throughout the whole location,
Yeah.
like you got some gold.
Or like even if you don't drop down to the ground low, like go up high, you know, kind of closer to the ceiling line, or find like an I-beam or something you could travel across, or you know, it definitely feels like you've got kind of more of a cinematic type flight going on there.
Okay, I like the shot. I just don't get why it's in the video. Kinda.
It's a pretty shot. I'm not mad at it. You
No,
mad at the shot, Franco? You mad
I just
at the
don't
shot?
like. Is it always in there? It's like I kind of wonder. Is that like how you? Is that your your end screen kind of thing? Because I mean, the whole video is about this bando, and then we got transported to this other shot. So just like as an audience, I'm kind of like, how does that? Besides it being
why
pretty.
are we? Why are
Yeah, like, why do
besides
we-
being pretty, like why are we going to that? Sure.
All right.
Let's see. What do the people got to say for Costless 0?
Intentionality 3, speed 2.5, difficulty 2, variety 2, originality 2, production 2. Kinesequa, not this time. Way too many cuts. Hit those caps. Gaps, maybe.
Gaps.
Hit those gaps. Great bandos. I wish you would have done more than just fly through them.
Yeah, this seems like it's right. It's like it's not quite one or the other. Like it's not quite a cinematic flight, and it's not quite a freestyle flight. So it's living in this weird space where people aren't really sure how to kind of digest it. I've got the sense that you're potentially like a newer pilot. That's like just kind of getting your bearings, and yeah, man, just keep pushing. And I think, you know, keeping in mind, like if you're gonna go cinematic, like really kind of try to pick lines that take you through a spot, show you the spot, and really try to keep things as dynamic as possible by going low to the ground and then changing elevations, going high, shooting gaps within there, like, you know, really making the camera feel like it's doing something, you know. But very nice stuff, Costless. Thank you for submitting.
Look forward to the next one. All right, up next we have Blaze. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Blaze.
Blaise. Blaise.
He was in the chat earlier. Why did they let me do this?
All right, 2 minutes long. Here we go.
Is this at a racetrack? I like how they got lanes on the racetrack. Boom. Chill vibes on that track. All right, let's get some voting forms up in the chat there.
All right, here they come. You guys go vote. Give Blaze some feedbacks. We will watch it again.
Blaze.
Blaze.
Blaze. All right, here we go. Blaze or Blaze. How is it pronounced? Do you have a phonetic?
Yeah, so flat field stuff, for all intents and purposes, is a pretty flat area. It's challenging.
Yes. This is a very tough spot to fly to make it interesting.
I think that in the current state of things, flat field or like sparsely populated field is like we're used to seeing like spang, like really hot, like spangy movements, and that's a really difficult discipline to begin with. The spang has a very specific look.
Right. That takes a level of practice that I feel like is beyond me. If you were to put me in this spot, honestly, I don't know what I would do.
Right.
You know, I keep looking at the racetrack and I keep wishing there were cars that you could chase or something, or like again, you know, just like with the boat video, we're really wide all the time. Like we never really get particularly close to anything, and so it just feels like we're looking at one big wide shot. And it would be nice to get some variety, you know, like I keep thinking like, okay, if this were me, like there's a lot of good movement stuff, like good spang type movement stuff that I'm seeing in there. But like if it were me, I would be like, okay, the barriers along the side of the racetrack, like can I hug those for a bit and get that sense of like speed, you know, passing me by like on the barriers? Can I ride up the giant light post that's over there? Trippy around the light post would be sick. I don't know if that's in your bag of tricks. seems to me like this, and given by the title of your video, he says, I'm
You're
looking, Blaze is saying that there were cars, but I can't release that footage. So it seems like he was at a race or something, and this was like some freestyle that he was able to do either before or after the event.
I think that, like, I agree with a lot of your comments. I think that my camera's doing weird things. There's like a moment when we see the shadow of your drone, and all I can think of is I'm like, I want your drone to meet its shadow, because that means that you're really close to the ground, and like and I think it's the same thing. I think it's a great idea if you hug the wall, and get within closer proximity to the wall. We start to feel, because I can hear your motor screaming, and like you're like gunning it, but with the height and kind of distance you are from all the reference objects, it's hard to see that. And I think that it's funny because we're flying these drones which are capable of height, but like what I crave is you to get low, to set up sense of speed. So that would just be, my feedback.
And I think, just kind of playing off again, like you'll always hear us talking about like get low to the ground, like get that sense of speed going, and I think it's perfectly fine to go high, and it's great and necessary at points, but it's like you really want to have the variety, right, of going high and low and close to things in order to keep interest up.
Or even close to the top of that tent area, right? Or close to the top of the pole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like giving, I think your comment, Dan, was it just feels like a really long wide shot.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you create dynamics within the video? Well, give very close proximity to offset the wideness of a lot of this stuff, right? So
right.
Stuff to think about.
The one other thing when you're flying around a racetrack like that, and I don't remember particularly seeing it, so maybe it doesn't really exist, but the stands, right? Like flying, what's always cool is flying at speed over the stands and to like, cut across it diagonally and whatever, so you get that like the kind of like distance, like the focal point out in the distance and the parallax of it. Yeah, always looks really cool. And I would love to see the footage of the cars you were chasing. If you can post that in the Discord or something later on, I'd like to see it, because chasing cars, chasing any sort of subject is tough, man. That stuff's hard. It might look easy, but it's hard.
Ready for some scores?
Yeah, oh my gosh. We talked a lot about this one, and we didn't even get to the scores yet.
Divisive, again. Intentionality, we'll call that a 2.5.
Yep.
Speed, 3. Difficulty, 3. Variety, 3. Originality, 3. Production, 3. And je ne sais quoi point, not this time. Total score, 2.5, 5.5, 8.5, 11.5. 14.5, 17.5. Not bad.
17.5. All right, man.
Thanks,
Thank
Blaze.
you, Blaze. He said, Blaze said, I can't release it, and it was on pay-per-view. But I have
Can you tell us what it is?
bids from Uncraft. Yeah, can you tell us? Can you
What
tell us what
pay-per-view
it was?
Yeah, cool. That's what's going.
Yeah.
All right. There's a delay, so he'll probably hit the chat in a second. All right.
Yeah.
John Solo, back to school.
John Solo.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the
He
same
flew
school.
this spot. Yeah.
The very first video we saw from John Solo, so we get to see him go back. Is this how? This is ooh.
Oh, right off the bat, hit us
And
with
here's the
something
treat.
new.
That's what I'm talking about, John Solo. Way to open up the video. Get it again.
Both ways.
Satisfying. Very good. Mr. Solo. Woo.
Dude, I can tell already that he's improved a lot.
Level up.
Leveled up. Yeah, man.
Level up.
I understood the assignment.
Okay. Okay.
Bitch, I understood the assignment.
That's fun.
I don't want to be
That's
so
fun.
narcissistic. I'm just fantasizing that was made for us specifically.
That is great.
Fuck yeah.
That was great. That was a
John
short
Solo.
one too. Nice stuff,
I-
John Solo.
Can you replay that, and then
I will
while
replay
you're
that.
playing, I will get the form into the chat, and then when the form goes to the chat, you guys all vote. Give John Solo some feedback.
Let's watch it one more time,
Understood the
and
assignment.
then we'll watch it again 2 times, just to give people a chance to vote. I'm trying to remember his earlier video
It had
to
a long
compare it
intro.
against, but like
I remember.
this one hit us with that like
The
wow
feedback you gave.
factor. Like I was just more excited this time versus the last time seeing
He
this.
addressed all of the things that we talked about in the first video. I very distinctly remember. It had a long intro shot of him in front of the building, almost too long. And then we were like, hey, can you use the space more where, like, kind of in the trees, it felt disjointed. And, like, he's addressed all of that. He found things on the building. Like, you still get to see him. I love that. And he's doing stuff through the trees. It's so satisfying to see the progression. I love
That
it.
was good.
So good.
That was good. John
you
Solo, I
guys go
see
vote.
you're in the chat, man. That was good.
Kudos, John Solo.
All right,
Awesome.
give John Solo your votes.
Yeah.
Let my mans know what you think. We're gonna watch it again.
What
also
episode
like
was
the-
that? That was like episode 4 or something.
No, I don't think so. I
You
think
don't
it
think
was.
that far back?
I think it was probably like 4 or 5 episodes back. I want to get. I'm guessing.
All right. So I love what you do, John. I love that we saw this gap 3 ways. I usually don't like seeing a gap multiple times, but the last one had to pay off where you do the
But he
Yeah.
does it 2 ways, going both directions, and
I
then
love
he
it.
adds a variation into it.
The third one, I
think
was
is
like, I'm not
great.
gonna like it. The third, I was like, I'm not gonna like it this third time, and then he does the variation. I'm like, oh, I like it.
He does do it a 4th time.
Does he?
He does, but he does it for the edit.
I understood the assignment. I understood the assignment.
Oh, I see.
Bitch, I understood the assignment.
I love that. That's good. I don't know what it is. It's just funny. It's just I like it. I like it.
The whole feel was good. I would say the one thing that you might want to consider for next time, John Solo, there's a lot of micro corrections. So maybe I'm always like hesitant to tell anyone to change their rates. So don't change your rates, but just be cognizant of. I could see like after you finish maneuver, like a rocking as you're trying to get back to like flat horizon. So maybe just working on that, like being able to hit the snap roller or get back to horizon. Sometimes that does, if your rates are real high, you can address that by lowering your rates or softening up the centers with Expo or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that you could probably just change your muscle memory to address that.
Yeah. All right, let's watch one more time. Give people a chance to finish up voting.
And I think this is our last one for the. Oh, what a fun one to end off
I
on.
understood the assignment. All my bitch piped up. Yeah. Then you find like duh. Keep that pussy locked up. He a broke boy, he can't touch. Damn,
Then you find like duh, like duh, like
We
duh,
got through a
duh,
lot of
duh.
videos today. I
Then
feel
you
like.
Yeah,
How many did we
like
do?
duh. Bitch, you fine, bitch, you
12?
He wanna be mine,
12?
mine. I'm a cowgirl. He gotta be prime time. She a side hoe on the sideline. She a sad hoe. Ain't got no time. Rolly got
Like
me
that.
blinged up, and I got my team up. Valentino
Yeah, it's-
Kingdom. Dan tell you clean
I
up.
see
Two shots
big
like a
improvements,
free throw. Jet skis for the
and it's
weak
like
hoes.
now
This
it's
ain't
just
for
a
no
matter of
weak hoes. Shout out to
that
my
kind of
free
continued push and
I understood the
repetition
assignment.
and where you really start to smooth out your sticks and really know where you're landing at the end of your stick deflections and whatever, which is just, it just comes with time and practice, you know. Oh, I
But,
didn't notice the like knife edge to then
Yeah, front
Flip-a-doo.
sideways front flip. Mm-hmm.
flip-a-dippity. That was
All right,
good.
let's look at some scores. The scores always kind of drop off towards the end, so
I
know,
tell you
think
what, that got my je ne sais quoi for sure.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun from the beginning, and I will not detract from it. But the fact that we recognize the spot, we recognize that you were doing the harder shit, we recognize the progression, like that all stuff counts, as
Yep.
you're developing an audience. So, sweet. Here we go. Intentionality 4, speed 4, difficulty 4, variety 4, originality 5, production 5, je ne sais quoi, yes. Some comments. Love to see this after seeing him start here. Hey, keep pushing. A lot better. Agreed. All right, Here we go. Total 4, 8, 12, 16, 21, 26,
Yep.
27 out of 30.
27. Nicely
Nice
done,
job.
my man.
Nice job.
Nicely
Tom.
done, my man.
I think that wraps us for the evening.
Yes.
Much appreciated if you've hung up this long. Hit the Discord. I'll put the new link. I'll put the new chat and everything underneath that. Will be for 2 weeks from now. Keep on flying and stay tuned. We got some really very exciting things that I'm going to be so stoked to tell you guys about. So hang with us. Thanks for watching. Dan Z, anything else?
Go to bed, you fuckers. No, I don't know. That's all. That's all. I don't stay up all night, party, have a good time, get out there, fly packs. That's all I got, man. It's a good time. Tonight was a good time.
Always.
I'm happy. I'm happy we got like such a breadth of submissions, a lot of new faces, and always good to see the ones that return. So hell yeah.
Nice job,
Peace,
everyone.
everybody.
Later, guys and gals and people.